Okay, hey guys, today we're doing... What are we doing today?
Nigga, that's kawaii.
God, what's your deal? Well anyways, today we're doing The Amazing Spider-Man and...
Spider-Man? Awesome.
How did you get out there?
Fire escape.
It's 20 stories.
Your doorman's intimidating.
Okay, so Peter Parker has the burden of being a smart, a healthy, an athletic, a well-dressed loser, really.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Parker.
Not much to tell, really.
Peter lives with his aunt and uncle.
Peter Parker cleans out the basement of his aunt and uncle's house that he lives in. He finds his father's briefcase, which he opens up, and he finds a document that leads him to Oscorp, which his father worked for and made these radioactive spiders. He gets curious, goes to Oscorp, meets one of his father's best friends, goes into said room with spiders, gets bitten, and becomes the title of the film.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief.
You a cop?
You seriously think I'm a cop in a skin-tight red and blue suit?
Who are you?
Yeah, so this film is directed by Mark Webb.
The irony.
Oh.
Sorry.
Because his last name is Webb.
Yeah.
So Mark Webb, he directed only one other film before this, which was 500 Days of Summer, which personally Aiden and I is one of our favourite rom-coms.
Yes.
If not probably the only one we like, really.
Then 10 things I had
Oh,
about
yeah,
you?
that 10 Things I Have About You, the special one.
And also the writers from Harry Potter, all of them. One of the writers from Harry Potter, all of the Harry Potters, and Spider-Man 2, which was alright, and Spider-Man 3. And also one of the writers for this movie was a writer for Zodiac, which was personally one of my favorite thriller movies of the noughties. So yeah, it was a very good one, and I just thought all of these people combined, it was bound to be what I thought to be good. So I was really excited.
Dr. Connors, I'm Richard Parker's son.
Your father and I were going to change the lives of millions, including mine.
Yeah, so this movie was very exciting, of course, like for us and of course the world. You know, making 696 million?
Yeah, that's...
Something around like that, something crazy like that, you know. It was a reboot, everyone was excited.
Just to get it refreshed for the audience again, because the other Spider-Mans just went downhill from 3.
3, really,
Yeah.
So financially, it didn't fail.
Yeah, but in my eyes though, it didn't really live up to the darker story that it was kind of pushing toward. Kind of ruined the dark mood with it, with like the cheesy scenes and quotes, and I really didn't like that. But I guess that's Spider-Man, so...
It's Spider-Man. I did like how they did take the whole Dark World approach to the film.
Yes.
You know, like, getting off that source of chill of, like, you know, The Dark Knight and, you know,
yes,
the whole Nolan series. It works sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't, like, as you said.
Yeah.
I think they achieved it, though, overall.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. How did you come up with this? There's a rumor of a new species in New York. It can be aggressive if threatened.
Again, with that Dark World tone, like, the character of Spider-Man isn't a dark character, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not
yeah.
like Batman, or, you know, like The Watchmen or anything
Yeah.
like that. You know, he's like a lion, he tells jokes, he's a teenager for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
So, with that, like, real world tone, it kind of, like, doesn't work. This was Mark Webb's first action film, really. This is his second film.
Yes, this was...
And the movie had big expectations.
Yes, yes.
And they did pull it off for most of it. Some parts were a bit messed up, but some parts were great.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have to admit, Mark Webb did, like, he's achieved a lot throughout like these past like just few years with like 500 Days of Summer, that being so well, and he's just pretty much launched his career very fast, which very few directors can do. But achievement or not, this movie just had so many build-up and non-payoff moments. Like the bit, spoiler alert, at the end where the cranes line up down the street and Spider-Man's looking towards Oscorp.
Yeah.
And he just looks like at Oscorp, and he's like, I was like, okay, and then like the epic music builds up, and you're like, oh whoa, oh she's gonna go down. She's gonna be awesome. And he like does up his wound with this web, and then he's like starts running, and all that like epic overture starts kicking in. And it's like, and you're like, oh, and as the audience, you're really excited. And then right when he makes the first jump, he misses, and it's just like, oh, and then like the music goes down, and I was like, no. He missed the first jump. That's the whole thing about like, he missed the first fucking jump. What the fuck? No, I can't do it anymore. Amazing Spider-Man, I'm giving this 50%. I just don't see it. I'm only giving it that 50% because it had potential and they didn't deliver. That 50% is gone because of it.
Like, I know that Aiden doesn't really like the film. It's alright. You're like, it's alright.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But it's like, it's not that great. Like, you can either love or hate this film. I personally liked it. I bought it on Blu-ray. I think a lot of people's problem with it, like, mainly was that it was too slow. The film was too slow. Like, but I actually think it was actually paced quite well because like everyone's just waiting for him to become Spider-Man, and that, everyone's like, oh, come on, just be Spider-Man already, we want to see action. But I actually think it's paced very well. It is, of course, 2 hours, so you gotta fill in stuff there. I also thought that Andrew Garfield was a good choice for Peter Parker and Spider-Man, though, like much more than Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
Like, Tobey Maguire he's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but he's a bit too serious. A bit cynical in some parts.
Yeah, he didn't nail any of the jokes that Spider-Man was supposed to, like the cockiness that his character's supposed to have. He didn't understand that, I don't think.
Rotten Tomatoes gave this film a 73% out of 100.
Yeah. Which
is, like, that's a very good rating. It's not bad, by all means. But I think I'm going to give it a 62%.
Yeah.
Like, I do like the dark world tone. I did like how he was in high school or not. And I did like the character of the Lizard. It definitely doesn't deserve higher than 73%, but it's definitely under 70%.
Yeah, because I just, I think they made grand claims of the dark world type feel to it, and I don't think it really delivered because...
Yeah, it's just like... Yeah. I think in, like, some reasons why it did fail was because there was such a big expectation for it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't pay off. I mean, we got these 2 other good movies out there. You got The Avengers and The Dark Knight Rises.
I think this film was just filler.
It might have been, just a filler in between The Avengers and The Dark Knight Rises.
The fanboys audience are,
I mean, it doesn't really deserve the title of The Amazing Spider-Man, more like The Average Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
The Average Spider-Man, it'll send him to you. Click subscribe up there, down there.
Click that thumbs up button.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, see you later, guys.